am I doing wrong? I know I've not been making videos at that fast a rate, but even though my sub base is slowly growing, my view count seems to be dropping. I used to get at least 500 views on a new Through the Flash portal, and now some of the most recent ones have only just gotten to about 300.
What do you think I should do, Action Cube?
No response as usual. Perhaps I should try and go about things in a different manner. Either way, since today I have to review Happy Wheels, I think I may make this review a bit more motivating!
That's right, kids, pull up your fling-flangs and fasten your skit guns, because today we're going to review the mofo known as Happy Wheels. Yes, it was a trending game on the internet throughout for a while, but then it got died down a bit, but now people still know what it is. So I'm going to review it. Anyway, put your ass to an anchor as we review Happy Wheels. My god, this song is really awesome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go kill a giant. Intro away! Happy Wheels is a mad little game created by Jim Bonaccis, and is essentially an online flash game in which users create levels and have other people play said levels. The levels get rated out of 5, and if it does well, then it'll be nearer to the top of the list and more people will play it. But it's also about people being mutilated by a vast array of pointy things. Like this! Point point. Moving on to gameplay, you can choose between 9 characters to play as. That is, if the level designer hasn't picked a specific character for you to play as. The characters are the wheelchair guy, who has a rocket pack on his chair and can actually fly if you're skilled enough with him. There's the Segway guy, who can jump and moves really slow. The irresponsible dad, who's used in most levels. Fat American lady, who can jump and is really slow. Motorbike couple, who have a speed boost. Fat guy on a mower, who can plow through stuff. Indiana Jones in a cart. Santa, who can fly. And finally, Pogo Stick guy. Now, that was quite a read-through, but this game is kind of broad, so it's good to understand that each character can be used effectively depending on what kind of terrain they're put in. Like Santa can be used on a level with lots of jumps, Irresponsible Dad can be used on terrain with lots of funkiness, and Pogo Stick Guy can jump really high. He's not very convenient. Oh yeah, and to win a level you just have to either collect all the coins or make it to the finish line. Okay, now, guess out of all the sections as to what I'm going to talk about next. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know by now. That's right, it's story time! And as you can guess, this game doesn't have one. But I may have given you guys the wrong impression in previous reviews, as I might have given you the thought that if a game doesn't have a story, it's a bad game. Let me clarify. It all depends on the game, really. If a shooter doesn't have a good story, I'm less likely to like it because it doesn't give me a reason to want to shoot the crap out of stuff. But if it's something like Tetris or Pac-Man, like something monotonous that just is repetitive and doesn't really need a story, it's just good fun, so essentially doesn't really need a story. But anyway, let me present to you the story of Happy Wheels. This is gonna be so effed up. I figure some evil scientist experimental guy has chosen a group of completely random people to test out some of his freaky obstacle courses. But not only that, he televises it to the world, because he is also a terrorist who will keep making innocent people play his sick games until his demands are met. And what might these demands be? And he wants scientists to have more funding. He may be a mad scientist, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have a heart. Jack Jankowski composed the one and only music track in this game, which is just a short but awesome guitar piece with drums. Essentially the theme to Happy Wheels, which plays as soon as the game loads, but no other piece of music plays throughout the entire game. Which is weirdly okay, because just one track playing throughout the game wouldn't really work, as there's just so much variety as to what people can make. I mean, maybe it would work if they had a selection of tunes that people could place onto the track, or if people could upload their own music and put it onto their track. I mean, it could work. I mean, just look at the music I put over this track. Magnificent, isn't it? Now visually, Happy Wheels is quite impressive. The backgrounds and foregrounds on levels are nice, most of the time, and everything moves smoothly, like projectiles and such. And it's also good that everything follows the laws of physics, mostly. But the thing that I quite like is how much attention to detail there is when your character injures themselves, or dies. I mean, it's just amazing, because it can vary from just limbs falling off to complete decapitations to like your entire character's body imploding and blood explodes everywhere, and you guys must think I'm quite psychotic right now. Let's see, there's this one other feature in the game which is pretty obvious, the level builder, and as I said in my Crush the Castle review, I suck at stuff like this. I mean, this was the best level I could make quickly.
I'm gonna make it.
But despite my incompetence at such things, it's a really good level designer and allows you to make full creative possibilities in the game. So, yeah, it's good and stuff. Now, let's bring our attention spans a full 180 and focus on the end of this review. Okay, let's see what we've covered. Gameplay varies quite a lot, so offers a lot of diversity in levels. Obviously no story, but in this case it's not really a bad thing. The theme tune is awesome, but they could have made a way of put more music in the game. The visuals are quite high up there as far as Flash games go, and the level designer offers many tools in which someone can make a very creative level that's really fun and stuff. So if I had all that up in my head and put it with some random statistics that I pulled out of nowhere, I believe that I'm going to give Happy Wheels the righteous score of... Oh wait, no, I scrapped the scoring system. Yeah. Anyway, I highly recommend you play this game. It's a really great game, hours of fun, levels that just keep updating every day, offer loads of fun, loads of diversity in levels, and it's just a really creative, really fun game that I highly recommend you play. It's in the description, so go play it. Really, it's a really fun game. And make your own levels. Maybe wait for one for me. Yeah, challenge me to it. That's the thing. But yeah. I'm Cubics Fails, and join me next week when I will be reviewing Bloons Tower Defense 5. Yeah! Ow.